from Atlanta, Georgia. Beautiful, wonderfully made by God. Welcome to the Big Show.
Hello to all my uniques out there. This is your girl, Akudo. Welcome to your unique health. I promise you guys I'm going to do a video on coronavirus. So many of you keep asking me, do a video. I got you guys, my unique. This is my version of coronavirus, okay? This virus is an epidemic. It has taken over like the whole world. Everybody is scared. You go to the stores, you can't find water, you can't find tissue, you can't find nothing. There is no sanitizer, hand sanitizer, Lysol spray, everything is gone. So my uniques, if you haven't stocked up on these things, please go out there, get you water, get you what you need. We don't know how long this is going to last. We don't know what the outcome is going to be. But remember, we are not just unique. We have a Father who is in heaven, who is looking out for you and is also looking out for me. Okay? Now, let's jump right into it. To all my returning subscribers, hello and welcome. For those of you that have not joined the family, click on the button, subscribe, so you can be part of the family. Wait for the notification bell and click on it too, so you can see my videos once I drop them, okay? Now, coronavirus. This virus, according to CDC, which is Center for Disease Control, is like, I don't even know how to explain it. But I'm going to give you some of the symptoms. You know, according to CDC, they say the symptoms can show up from 2 to 14 days. So you might have it maybe on the 3rd day or the 4th day and you don't know. It lasts between 2 to 14 days before it will show up that you have it. Okay? So don't go about thinking because that person is coughing, oh, he has corona. Oh, that person has corona. You don't know. Some people are carrying it, but they don't even know. Until 14 days after, that's when it shows up. And it goes from mild to severe. It can be little running nose and from the mouth section of it, or it can go severely and develop into pneumonia or develop into breathing problems or breathing difficulties. Okay, so now let's talk about the symptoms. The first one is the running nose. Your nose is always running. When your nose is running non-stop, that's number one sign. The second symptom is you have a sore throat. Your throat is sore. It hurts when you want to swallow something. When you cough or you sneeze, your throat is hurting. That is the second symptom that maybe it might be coronavirus. The third one is coughing. You are coughing non-stop. Your nose is running. You have a sore throat and now you're coughing. That's the third symptom. The fourth symptom says fever. You have a fever that is accompanying this running nose and you're coughing. There's a fever. That's the fourth one. And then the fifth one says shortness of breath. You're finding it very difficult to breathe. You're struggling to get oxygen in. You're struggling to breathe in. You're struggling to breathe out. When you're struggling to breathe in and breathe out, that can also be a sign. So according to CDC, there are 5 symptoms that will tell you, oh, maybe I should get tested or maybe I should stay home and take care of myself. So we have the running nose, we have the sore throat, we have the coughing, we have the fever, and then we have the shortness of breath. Now, let's talk about some of the things we can do to protect ourselves. My uniques. This is not playing. We have to take care of ourselves. Take care. I always tell you guys, take care of yourself and each other. This is the time we have to take care of ourselves. We don't know who has this virus. We don't know who we are in contact with. You don't know who you're speaking with. You don't know who is in your personal space. So please take care of yourself. So the first thing I think I would suggest that CDC also said is wash your hands. Wash your hands, my unique. If you didn't know how to wash your hands before and you don't like to wash your hands, because I noticed some people go to the bathroom and they don't wash their hands after using the bathroom. Or, you know, they just go in there, come out, and they don't wash their hands. Please, honey, wash your hands. Wash your hands and make sure it lasts at least 20 seconds. And if you need to sing a song, if you need to say your alphabet, if you need to, memorize something, if you need to say a verse of the Bible, Do something, but make sure it lasts at least 20 minutes, 20 seconds. At least 20. And don't just wash your hands. Make sure you wash it with soap. Make sure you put soap, lather it real good, go in between your fingers, lather it real good, take your time, wash it very nicely, run it under, warm water, clean it very nicely, get a napkin, wipe it and throw it away. That's the first thing you need to do. Wash your hands as much as possible. You leave your house, wash your hands. You come back to your house, wash your hands. You leave your bedroom to the bathroom, wash your hands. You go from the bathroom to your kitchen, wash your hands. You go out to your car and come back in, wash your hands. Make sure you wash your hands. That's number one sure way to stay healthy. Number two says, cough into a napkin. Most of the time, some of us cough into our elbows because we say it's not good to cough into your hands. When you cough into your hands, you touch stuff or you touch people and you can give them the disease. So some of us say cough into your elbow. But CDC is suggesting cough into a napkin. Grab a napkin, cough into it. Grab a napkin, cough into it. Throw the napkin away and wash your hands. Not because you coughed into a napkin, you now think, oh, since I coughed into a napkin, my hands are clean. No, my sweetie. No, baby. Even as you cough in, you throw it away. Go and wash your hands with soap. Make sure it lasts at least 20 seconds, okay? That's the second one. The third one says, avoid people that are sick or have family members that are sick. Avoid people that are sick because you don't know why they're sick. They might have the coronavirus, and if you go there or you want to go take care of them, you might also get it. So they are encouraging you strongly to stay away from people that are sick or that have family members that are sick. That's number 3. Number 4 say, avoid touching your face. This is a problem for me. We women, we like to always touch this, but they're telling us to avoid touching your face and hold each other accountable. I tell my children and I tell my husband, if you see me touching my face, tell me to stop. And if I see you touching your face, I'll also tell you to stop because it's an unconscious thing. You don't even know when you do it. But they are advising us to stop touching your face. Keep your hands to yourself. Like we say in the daycare, keep your hands to yourself. Put it down there. Stop touching your face because that is a sure way of giving yourself the virus. Number 5 says, regularly disinfect anything you are constantly touching. Your doorknobs. Last night, myself and my son, we took our wipes and we wiped all the doorknobs. We wiped all the faucet, the water faucet. We wiped all those because those things you don't remember. The fridge handle, the oven handle, the freezer handle, those things you don't remember. Your shelves in your kitchen, those little knobs, wipe everything down because that's what you constantly touch. That's what you call the rail in your house as you're walking upstairs, the rail in your house as you're going downstairs. Myself and my son, we wiped everything down in my house yesterday. Please, my uniques, wipe it down. Get your Lysol, get your wipes, and make sure you disinfect everything you touch, everything you constantly touch, okay? That's a sure way of staying healthy. Number 6 says, stay home if you don't need to go nowhere. My sister, this is not the time to be gallivanting all along the streets. My brother, this is not the time to stay out very long. This is the time for you to take yourself home and sit in your house that you just finished disinfecting so that everywhere is clean, safe, and neat for you. Don't be on the street. Don't be sitting down in one restaurant all the time or be sitting in somebody's house because you don't know whether they are cleaning as much as you're cleaning. So please stay away from the streets. Not your grandma telling you now to stay away from the street, but I'm just telling you, stay away from the street until we know what this corona is doing and where it's heading to. If you need to go, make it snappy and come back. Stay away from the street. If you don't need to go nowhere, sweetie, sit down in your house and watch TV, Netflix, get a movie, do something. Maybe this is a way for you to spend some time with your woman who has been complaining you haven't been spending time with her. Sit yourself down and spend some time with her. And you can sit yourself down too, woman, and spend some time with your husband. So that is number 6. Number 7 says, talk to your children about this virus. We always make the mistake of thinking, oh, children don't know. They know. They are hearing it. Even if they don't understand it, they know something is wrong because mommy has 20 cases of water. Mommy has food all over the house. There is food upstairs. There is food downstairs. Mommy has 7 big rolls of tissue paper. Something is wrong. They know. So please talk to children. We always make the mistake of thinking children don't know. Honey, children are smarter than you give them credit. Explain it to them, but do not scare them. Don't make them feel that the world out there is not safe for them. Explain it to them. Tell them what's going on at their level. Come down to their level. This virus is out there, honey. You have to wash your hands. Make sure you're washing your hands, baby. Make sure you wash it with soap. When you're washing your hands, you can sing your ABC so you stay longer. Tell them at their own level so they can understand. They are smarter than you give them credit, okay? Talk to your children about what's going on. Number 8 says, stay up to date with development in your community. This is not the time. I don't like to listen to the news. I don't like to hear the news. I don't like, this is not the time. This is the time you have to listen to the news. You have to go from one channel to the other channel. This is the time you have to go on internet and look for, do your little research, read up on this virus. This is the time for you to listen to everything. Stay up to date. Knowledge is power, my sister. Knowledge is power, my brother. How do they say it? When you know better, you do better. When you know better, you will do better. So please stay up to date with what is happening. Are the schools closing down around you? Are the grocery stores closing? Are they canceling some gathering? Is your church canceling? Find out what is going on in the community you live in. Number 9 says, please stop the handshaking. Handshake, you want to shake hands with everybody? No. Some people use other non-conventional ways of greeting. Some people just nod their head. Some people will give you the elbow. I see some people on Facebook, they're doing the feet thing where they, say hello through their feet. Do anything. If it means smiling from afar, do that. But please stop the handshaking because you're transmitting diseases. You don't know who is carrying what. Number 10 says, it always increase ventilation by opening windows and adjusting your air conditioning. Open your windows sometimes and let, open ventilation. Let air come in freely and let air go out so that your fresh air will come in and the air that is already locked in will go out. It says, make sure you increase ventilation by opening windows and adjusting your air conditioning. Okay? Make sure you air your house. This is the time to clean, my sister. Clean, my brother. Please clean so that we can stay safe. So that we can be safe and we can be healthy. That's all I have for you guys. Please remember, you are beautifully and wonderfully made by God. That is why you're unique. God got you. And also remember, if you do all these things, remember to commit it into the hands of God and say, God, please, here I am. Protect me and my household. Tell God to take care of you. God got you, but you still have to do all these things so that God, when God does what he does best, you will do what you do best, which is obeying all this. Take care of yourself and each other. We are all covered in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Bye-bye.